Hello and welcome to this video where we're going to show you how to insert a chart into PowerPoint and put a nice picture behind it too. So I'm going to create a new slide in the Insert menu by clicking New Slide and selecting a blank slide. And then I go to where my picture is located in Windows Explorer and I drag my picture into the PowerPoint. And it appears on the screen. Over on the right there are some design ideas. The first one is going to extend the picture to the size of the PowerPoint, so I'll choose that. You can scroll out and you can check that it fits. You can also look at other design ideas. This one has a border, this one doesn't. This one makes the picture a little larger, but we're going to go with the one at the top so the picture fits the PowerPoint slide. Then we go to Insert because we want our chart, and we click Chart. An Insert Chart box will appear, and on the left we'll see the different types of chart that we can have, and I'm scrolling over now. I'm going to select a bar chart. Along the top of here you have a range of different types of bar charts. I want a clustered bar chart this time, so I click OK and my chart appears. An Excel box also appears. Do note you need Microsoft Excel on your computer for this to work. I'm going to make the box bigger by left clicking the bottom button and dragging it, and you can see here my chart has 3 series. I can change this by moving the blue box. So I want 1 series and I want 5 categories, so I'll highlight the empty row beneath. I'm going to delete the series 2 and 3 columns, and then I'm going to enter my data. As I enter my data, you should be able to see the values in the chart in PowerPoint change as the numbers change entering the data. I can then close the box and my values are in the chart, albeit very small, but we'll edit those in a moment. First thing we'll do is we'll give the chart a title. So I click the box at the top and I call this the top 5 countries by spaceflight, because that's the data I want to show today. Highlight all the text and go to Home. And because it's a presentation and people might be sat far away, I'm going to make the text bigger, size 32, and I'm going to change to my favourite font at the moment, which is Lato. I can drag the corner of the chart to make it slightly bigger again, and then I can select the labels on the country axis and change the side so that they're easy to read. And I can left click the other axis and change the size of the values there as well so that they can be seen. Next, I want them to be seen a little better, so I'm going to change the colour to a white background to make them stand out more, and I'll do the same for the country names. Now change the colour of the title, and perhaps we can have that in a different colour, we'll go for black. Okay, so our chart is starting to be more visible to anyone who's looking at our presentation, and a lot clearer. Okay, so next I'm going to right click on the chart and I'm going to find near the bottom Format Chart Area. And in the Format Chart Area box that appears on the right, I'm going to click Fill, and I'm going to click the Colour box. What I can do here is I can give the chart a background that's different to the picture if I want. So I can still have the picture around the edge of the chart, but I can have one colour as a background to the actual chart. So just to let you know that that is an option should you wish to present your chart in that way. I'm not going to choose that. I'm going to have the picture as a background to the chart. What we'll show you now is if you click on one of the values in the chart, one of the bars in the chart, and you go to color, the eyedropper tool, I'm going to choose the color of the space station in the top corner, so the colors match and complement one another. The gold over there I could use, or one of these shades of brown or black that is on the space station. So I'll choose that, and that makes all of the colors of all of the bars into the color that I've selected. Next, if I wanted to really show that the USA has a lot of space flights, I can right click the USA bar and I can choose fill. I'll go back to the eyedropper and perhaps we'll select that gold that's in the corner of the space station. So there is a way to make certain data values stand out in a chart if you want to draw emphasis to a particular point. One more thing to note in working with charts is if you realize you need to change the data, you can right click on the chart, go into edit data, and you can change the values at any time. What you've put in originally isn't set in stone, it's all completely editable. So we take the number of Chinese space flights and increase them to 200. You'll see that the number of space flights for China increases to 200. That would be fake news, so we'll put it back to 11. But you can do that to change any data that you previously entered if you subsequently realize that it's wrong. Now I'm just going to delete the legend at the bottom because I don't want it in this chart. So to edit the chart further, if I click on the chart and click the plus icon in the top right of the chart, I can choose if I want to have data labels, axes, titles, and so on, features of the chart. So I've selected data labels here. I can choose where they go by clicking the arrow and then making my choice to put them, say, on the outside end of the bar, and you can see that they appear. And of course they appear quite small, so we're going to need to format them. We'll do the axis title first of all by calling this the number of space flights, and that's hard to read, so we will format it by increasing the font size and then changing the color to white, all in the home menu. There's a second axis title, which is the name of the countries, so I'll change this title to countries or country, and then I go back into the home menu, select the font size, good 28-point font, and change the color to white. And it's good at this point to go through and make sure that your font is the same across the slide, that everything looks consistent. Good presentation skills. And I'll do that with country names as well. That's everything in Lato font. And then I can go back and change the data labels at the end of the bar chart. Because one of the problems with a chart like this, you can see the difference, but it's very hard to see how many space flights China or Japan have had without showing the number here. I'm going to show slide, and we have our chart.